All right, Melissa, are you an NSYNC fan?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that it's gonna be May.
Ooh, that's pretty good. May
Yeah,
is right
so
around the corner. I'm so excited.
yep, with a new month means a new whole set of tournaments, right?
It does, and this one's kind of exciting because we get a whole month of set champs that like actually just spans a real month of time.
Yeah, that's so weird, right?
It's
Like I
very
never
weird.
know. I never know when set champs are because it's like the last weekend plus 3 weeks or the last yeah, I have no idea. But speaking of set champs, we have them. They're coming up.
Woo! They start this weekend. Get ready because Saturday your LGS should have one, if not multiple, going on.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited, not only because it's a champ season, but the fact that they have like the normal top 8 card as well as this like other art alternative. I think it just brings a really cool dynamic to the bigger stores that might be more competitive, to the families who like want to bring their kids. It gives everybody almost like a trophy to come home with. So that should be really cool. While on the flip side, only one champion playmat means a lot of competition.
Yeah, it's insane. I actually have a note about that we're going to come up to later. But
Good.
yeah, if you don't know where your local set championships are, we cannot help you no matter how smart Melissa is. So hopefully you
The
know where
one thing that we can do is in the link to the video, we will include Dan and Lily from Texas. I believe I'm blanking on what their Twitter name handle
Lorcana
is.
Fanatics.
Yes, thank you. Dan from there worked to build out the equivalent of like the Google Doc find me a set champs that Brad from Melee had previously been putting together. So it's not perfect, but it is a starting point and we will like it.
Yes, we will give our Dan more work. Link that
Yes.
in the description, Dan. Now. All right. Other than that, what do we got first?
So the first thing this coming weekend, we have SCG Con Minneapolis. SCG Con Star City Games. I think we've talked about it a bunch before. They've run a circuit for Magic, Lorcana, all sorts of games. They have a Friday 1K, a Saturday 2K, and a Sunday 1K. Should be a really good time. I believe the 1Ks are $40 entry and the 2K is $50 entry. Cash payout, pretty standard for them. But if you're in the area and you don't want to play in a set champs, go check it out.
Yeah, to the 12 Disney Lorcana players near Minneapolis, go check it out. Maybe you'll see someone from TFM make an appearance. Who knows?
The next one that we wanted to talk about is one of our good friendly stores in Florida, Southside Gaming. They are running their next monthly event. This one's called the Merlin 10K. So on the Saturday and then Top Cut on Sunday is kind of the main premier event for the weekend. Depending on like how many entries they end up getting will determine the number of rounds, but pretty clear cut in what they're doing. And then on Sunday, they're running 2 different side events, which is something a bit new for them. They have a standard 1K going on with $25 entry, and then they're trying out something new, which is a high stakes 5K. It's a $100 entry buy-in, which is expensive, but it's in the name. It's a high stakes 5K. So if you want high stakes and you're not playing in a set champ, definitely check it out. Really great people, really great vibes. I'm sure Gabe's going to be on commentary. If he's not, you all can yell at me, but him and Stefan run a really great show down there.
Yeah, and I think it's about time they increase some entry fees, honestly. They give you the first couple for free and then basically free, and then once they got you forever, right?
I do believe I was going to say one thing I think is that I know the flyer says $75 entry after 425. I did see something on social media when we were filming this that they did not up the entry fee and that they kept it at 60. So last minute, if you're looking for something to do, check it out. I know it competes with set champs, but it's a different kind of stakes. Maybe you don't care about getting a hero card and you're just looking for a big cash tournament. Check it out.
Yeah, or maybe you don't care about your local stores. They're giving 2 packs per player into the prize pool.
Facts.
Yeah, I think that we're going to get to a point where most of these larger events that people are flying to should and will increase to at least $100 entry. Like if you're paying for Airbnbs and flights and stuff like that, what's an extra whatever, and then you get the tournaments even bigger prizes, more people are going to attend, stuff like that. I know David Nunes would love something like this if it was not for set champs.
The other thing that I forgot to call out is Southside has been working with Matified, and they have these really, really cool playmats that the finalists and the winner will be getting with like Merlin on it. I believe one of their team members actually did the art for it. So like it's original art, no copyrights, no nothing, like really, really unique. And in addition to that, they also have bounty mats for their sponsored players. So like if you 2-0 their sponsored player, you basically steal their team mat and it's yours.
That's what happened. That's how I got a TFM mat.
Sick.
I beat Dan at a Star City Games and took his play mat.
They basically announced that that's a thing. Instead of doing like bounty boxes, it's bounty mats.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, matified mats are a hot commodity right now. Like people are fiending for those. I've seen fighting over those, not physical fighting, arguing over those. I should also mention, especially since we mentioned David Nunes, this is like the first one of their events that hasn't sold out in 2 minutes. And, a lot of people have been arguing with us about how set championships aren't that important. I think it's very clear that they are that important because I think if this wasn't set championship season, this would have sold out in 2 minutes, just like every other one. Yeah. But yeah, we can't gush about Southside Gaming enough. We're going to have to move on. Dan's going to yell at us. The runtime's going too long.
The next one we wanted to mention, I won't spend too much time. Gilded Dragon, it's relatively local to Mr. Bick Derns. They're running a set champ. I believe there's a bit of a twist on it if you want to elaborate a bit.
Yeah, I'll spend a lot of time. Okay. So what they do is instead of increasing the prize pool, they decrease the entry fee, which I've talked to a lot of locals. They find it both confusing and unwanted.
It's a little weird, if I'm being honest.
I love the store, honestly. I love the owner. I love all the employees there. I talk to them all the time. I always have a great time when I'm there. I was actually just there for an Enchanted tournament when everyone else went and one-upped me and won bigger tournaments. So they actually have and are giving away set 7 product, 2 cases of it, which is huge right now. There have been some other stores that don't have set 7 product for pricing, so that's nice. But yeah, I think people have said to me they would just rather play for more pricing, if more people showed up. Like dropping the tournament from $35 to $25 or whatever is like no big deal to most people. They'd rather just play for more pricing. I should also mention, I really hope that there is a renegotiation at top 8 for the prizes, because I don't know if you looked at this. First place is going to get the playmat, of course, because there's only one playmat, and they're going to get a top 8 promo. Second place is going to get a case and the top 8 promo. That's and then wild. 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 8th, they get some packs and top 8 promo. If I make it to the finals and I'm the higher seed, I concede. Whoever has the higher seed has priority first. I guarantee you they concede if there's no redistribution, because I'd much rather have a case than the playmat. What do you think?
So I understand the rationale of the store. Like, hey, there's one playmat, we will give that to the champion, so to speak. Maybe you really love Hero and you want the playmat, but for the most part, I think if I've gone that far, it feels a little bit bad to not even get like a little bit of product. There's a world maybe second place should have like 3/4 of a box, and first maybe gets 1/4 of a box in the playmat, because like there is a monetary value to that playmat. But I think getting, so to speak, like nothing outside of the Ravensburger OP kit feels a little sour to me if I get first.
Yeah, this is better than the last set championships, because James won that and he got like 6 boxes for first place.
Holy cow. Good for James.
5th or 8th got nothing but the promos. So
yeah,
I love Gilded. I'm not dumpstering on them for real. I hope tons of people come out. I will be there. In fact, don't get scared. Come out. I'll sign a card for you.
Everybody come out and beat Vic Durns. Don't let him be the champion.
Yes,
love you.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
The next one we wanted to mention is Card Shop in Santa Clara. They are running their event on May 4th. It's going to be a 2K event, and it's $50 entry. I believe this is strictly a 2K and has nothing to do with set champs from reading it. If somebody knows otherwise, you are more than welcome to correct me.
Interesting. Yeah, it's hard to find any events that aren't linked to set championships, which I should say, I think it's actually really smart if you run a set championships, like SSG has set champs, and they have their other big event, because like people are already going to come out for set champs, right?
Exactly.
All right, moving on.
The next one that we have here is Turbulent Games in somewhere in South Dakota. They're running their set champs with a 2Case plus $25 entry, which is super, super reasonable. The event is taking place this Sunday, the first weekend. And as far as I can tell, it's a minimum of 5 rounds, potentially 6 or 7, depending on how many people they get. And it's set champ plus case distribution.
I am actually not sure if this is set championships. Looking at it, they titled it championship.
I see. Maybe that's what threw me off when I was reading
but it is possible that it is a set championships. It is not positive. So
the reason I thought that was, I was going to say, the reason I thought that is it said we will be giving out store championship prizes on top of that. First place will receive a case of Shimmering Sky. Second, third, and fourth, Ursula's Return boosters.
Yeah, I just don't want to promise anyone anything because we're not 100%. Familiar with the store, and they didn't write the actual words set championships in the title like you're supposed to. Yes. I also put a little star here because, you know, I was praising Gilded for having the new set, right?
This one does not have the new set.
Do they even have the second newest set?
No, it says that the winner will get a case of Shimmering Skies, and second, third, and fourth will receive a box of Ursula's Return.
Right, which is pretty interesting. And I'm not sure why, but I feel like the people that live around here in South Dakota are just going to be happy because it's like that or go hang out in the cornfields, you know?
It is. And I mean, $25 entry, top 8, assuming it is a set champ, because I'm going to make that assumption here. Like, you're going to get top 8 and get a card. And on top of that, you're going to get minimum 1 box. Like, that's pretty good EV.
Yeah. And I believe there was only 8 people signed up as of now.
That is what it looks like when I clicked it.
So, I mean, all 8 players of South Dakota are already in. If anyone wants to come from out of state and take this thing down, I actually put it in an open tab to check flights. No joke.
I don't blame you. The next one we have, so this starts the following weekend of events. We have Top Deck Keep in Riverside, California. They're in the Southern California area. They're running a quad case 4-case event. Full transparency, I'm not sure if it overlaps their set champs or not. It's a little bit unclear. But at minimum, first place is getting a case, second, 3 boxes, third and fourth, 1 box, 5 through 8, 18 packs, and 9 through 16, 12 packs each.
Yeah, and we've talked about this store before. Like, they always have great events.
Yeah. They're notoriously generous with their pricing.
Yep, love it. Appreciate you guys.
Another Star City circuit is happening.
Same month. I was like, did you put the slide twice? No.
No. 2 weeks later, the 3rd week of May, SCG is coming back to Hartford. I know last year, Hartford was pretty early on the circuit. I think it was like the February event. So now they're back in May. Very similar to what we were just talking about with Minneapolis. There's a 1K on Friday, 2K on Saturday, and a 1K on Sunday. I know as being a former New England Lorcana player, there's a lot of people hyped about it, having something close by that they can drive to. So highly recommend checking it out if you can get to the area.
Yeah, I think Orion is going to be there from TFM. I don't know if anyone else will be. That's where a lot of us met.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's where I took Dan's playmat, which I'm using as a mouse pad right now.
Love it. I know there's a bunch of people I talked to from like the New York area and potentially even New Jersey who were considering driving up too. So again,
Yeah.
it overlaps set champs. There's probably some level of competition. Like TFM Nunez, I believe, said that on Saturday and Sunday, he is going to like local store set champs over the 2K and 1K because like home store support, etc. But some people would prefer to be playing in Star City, and all the more power to them.
Yep. Get your picture on Twitter.
Exactly. No trophies, though.
That's why I don't go anymore.
I know it. Next one we wanted to mention, this is towards the end of the month, May 24th, Arcadia's Island Store Championship hosted by Red Saber Games, also in the Southern California area. Another store with really, really great prizing. The picture is a little squished because of how they posted it, but in addition to the set championship promos, first is getting 4 enchanted Diablos. Second is getting 4 enchanted Sisus. Third and fourth are getting an enchanted Clara playset. I think I'm reading that correctly, that 5 through 8 are getting a choice between Goofy, Bruno.
Yeah, Goofy or we don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah. And then top 16 are getting 2 times Yensid enchanted each. It is steep entry. It's $50 entry, but high, like it's not that expensive for the reward you can get from it. On top of getting your hero playmat and or card.
This is nuts. This is insane. Not only that, most stores that have stuff like this is like, only prizing if we hit 32. Right? And this one is like increased to top 32. Like if we get even more people. Like this is just the guaranteed stuff. How does no one talk about this? I didn't know about this. Like the owner or whoever organizing it reached out to us. I don't know how I didn't see this all over like Twitter or something. Just like, yo, this is the SSG of the West Coast.
It really is. And I'm pretty sure they run tournaments at least once a month. Judge Phil usually head judges them. And if I had to guess, it's probably on his website also, because I know he like posts all the events there, especially the ones that like he gets hired to judge. But no, like all my SoCal friends always praise Red Saber Collectible Exchange as well as Top Deck. They're kind of like the 2 powerhouses in terms of if you want the smoke, that's where you should go.
Okay. Yeah, well, I won't be there if Judge Phil's judging because I can't play without sleeves. Get yelled at again.
Uh-oh. I don't know for certain who's judging, but we have Southside on here again. We wanted to highlight their set champs. It's at the end of the month. I believe it's a case tournament, if I recall correctly. 2 case, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so 2 cases on top of set champ prizing. I believe it's also $20 entry, which is not very expensive.
Cheap. Yeah, it's so good. Again,
we can't praise them enough. They're great partners. They run smooth tournaments. They hire judge staff. Like they do it all.
Yeah, I wrote down some notes as I was going through some of these stores, and I didn't write down which ones on purpose because I'm not going to call them out by name. At least they're trying, and I think that they're doing way better than a lot of other people. But then there were some stores I went through. 2 packs per player goes into prize pool. It's like, okay, so if 8 people show up, we don't even get a full box in prizing. Got it. Right. And it's like $25 entry. And there was another store. It was a 2 case tournament. And it's like first and second place get the cases. Like that's brutal. That's worse than the stitches going to top 4. Yeah. So like, please, success leaves clues, as Dan loves to say. And props to the stores like Southside Gaming and like the one we just featured, and most of them that we featured in here, who actually are giving out prizes in addition to the free stuff given to them by Ravensburger.
The last one we wanted to highlight, in addition to obviously just talking about set champs in general, I believe this is Tournament City, I think is their name. They're in Frederick, Maryland. And we've highlighted them before. Yes, Tournament City Games. They're running a 1K set champ, $40 entry, pretty standard. That $1,000 store credit prize guaranteed, split among the top 8 essentially. It says prizing will increase if they hit 33 players. So they will scale. It is on top of the cards and the mat for first. So again, like Big Turns was just saying, we really want to highlight these stores that are doing something else to kind of keep the competition going.
Yep, absolutely. All right, now we're back to that point where we get rid of us. People can take a screenshot of this. It's also going to be in the description, right?
Yes, it will.
Yeah, and let's see. Do we have anything else here? Nope, that's the last slide. Melissa, thank you so much. She does all the work. I get all the credit. Everyone tells me at events, oh, thank you so much for showing off my event, Dick. I really appreciate you. And I go, you're welcome. I did everything.
But hey, it's a team effort. You've got some sleuthy ways to find some of these. It's a good thing.
Yes. And if you don't want us to just sleuth around to find them, if you want to be featured for sure, the best way to do that is to just reach out to us, probably on Facebook. Yes. There's multiple of us that get to see those messages. So, Melissa, thank you so much again. Everyone out there, good luck in your set championships. You got anything you want to end on?
Good luck with Set Chance. It's a fun month ahead of us.
Yes. See you next time.
See ya.